So that's a fair question, and one that I get a lot, where people ask, why don't they just come legally? The truth is, the process of coming to the United States is not as straightforward as it may seem. For many people, there simply isn't a legal path to come to the US, and here's why. First, there's limited options. US immigration law prioritizes certain categories, like family reunification, employment-based immigration, and some humanitarian protection. If someone doesn't fall into one of these categories, then they generally can't apply for anything. For example, if you're not the immediate family member of a US citizen, don't have a high demand skill for an employer sponsor, or don't qualify for asylum, there's just no line to get into. Also, economic disparities are a real issue here too. Those with resources like money to seek legal representation, or with connections to secure certain types of job opportunities, can truly navigate the system much more easy. But for many, especially those in vulnerable regions of the world, these resources just aren't available. A refugee fleeing war or a person born into generational poverty simply doesn't have the luxury of navigating a system that can cost tens of thousands of dollars or take even decades to come to the United States. And even if someone does qualify for a visa, the wait can be excruciatingly long. For instance, some family-based visa petition cases, like sibling petitions, can take 20 years before visas are available. Employment visas are capped annually, and the demand for those far exceed the supply. So for many, waiting isn't just an inconvenience, it can even be life-threatening. Also, people who are escaping persecution, violence, or extreme poverty just don't have the luxury to wait. For them, seeking safety is an immediate need, not a choice. So while some immigrants do have the means and the resources to pursue options to come to the United States, for many others, the barriers are just overwhelming or insurmountable. They aren't choosing illegal immigration versus legal immigration. They're choosing survival over the unthinkable. And here's something to consider. For many of us watching this video, we may never have to make that choice, but for so many, it's a heartbreaking reality. So instead of asking, why don't they just come here legally, maybe ask the question, why is the system so broken that they can't come here legally? Honestly, that is the real question.